Welcome back, loyal viewers. I have just returned from Carnival in Panama, where I read an excellent book about the British Empire called Empire by Niall Ferguson, which I strongly recommend. And I got my hair cut again to be in the Tintin style, which is my preferred short hair summer haircut. So, naturally, I want to talk to you about The Merchant of Venice. But first, before I tell you about The Merchant of Venice, little disclaimer. The Merchant of Venice was written by William Shakespeare between 1596 and 1598. Back then, people were really darned anti-Semitic. Shakespeare is, like everyone, a product of his times. I actually think that he was less anti-Semitic than most of the people around him, and I will make a case that The Merchant of Venice is best read not as an anti-Semitic comedy, but as a tragedy starring a Jew. However, whatever Shakespeare's intentions and whatever the intentions of my interpretation, which I will be performing for you, the fact remains that the characters in The Merchant of Venice are very anti-Semitic, and things do not go well for Shylock the Jew. So I will be paraphrasing and in some places quoting the characters. So if me saying things in modern or Shakespearean vernacular would make you, saying anti-Semitic things would make you uncomfortable or make you lose respect for me, then please, I urge you, do not watch this video. Go enjoy something else. If not, let me tell you about The Merchant of Venice. Antonio and Bassanio, two best friends, are walking along the waterfront in Venice. Antonio has a problem. He has this great idea for a merchant venture that he wants to send some boats out. He wants to hire some boats to go get some stuff from somewhere and move it somewhere else and sell the stuff and then come back and give him money. That is how being a merchant works, pretty much. But he can't afford to hire the boats in the first place. So he wants to get a loan from Bassanio. Bassanio is, as a good Christian loan-lending guy, does not practice the sin of usury, and therefore does not charge charge interest on any of the loans that he makes, but instead just gives them for free. And then people pay them back, hopefully, and sometimes they don't. Because that's what happens when you give somebody a loan. And as a result of this, Bassanio is also broke. So he cannot loan the 3,000 ducats, which is a lot of money, to Antonio. So they're walking along talking to each other, and they're like, man, you know who has plenty of money and is always lending it to people and never goes broke? Shylock the Jew. You know why? It's not fair. It's because he's an evil Jew. He is allowed to practice the sin of usury, which means charging interest on the loans that he makes. So Shylock is not, an independent merchant. Bassanio and Antonio are independent merchants. They coordinate shipments of goods. Shylock is only a moneylender. But he's very successful at it, and he's very rich because he charges interests on his loans, and therefore he makes money, and therefore he can make more loans. And this is what a lot of Jews actually did back in the day. And it helped a lot of people, and it made a lot of them angry. So they're like, yeah, Shylock the Jew, that guy sucks. I hate him. He's like, oh God, fucking Jew, like, shit. Okay, remember the disclaimer from earlier. You're not allowed to get mad at me for saying that sort of thing. I'm paraphrasing the characters. Fucking Jew, shit. Like, he's such a jerk for some reason. Not even a jerk. We just hate him because he's Jewish. But he has plenty of money, he always makes loans. Let's see if I can get a loan from him. So they go and talk to Shylock, who's also walking around. And Shylock sees them, he's like, oh, fuck you guys. Antonio, Bassanio, you guys are fucking anti-Semitic dicks. Get out of my sight. I do not want to have anything to do with you. You spit on me. You called me a dog. You kicked me. You guys are dicks. Go fuck yourselves. Signed, Shylock. And Antonio and Bassanio are like, yeah, you suck too. Shylock, fuck you. Jew. You know, you are so evil that you have lots of money, and I want to borrow some of that money. And I'm even willing to pay interest on it, because you're evil that way. And Shylock's like, wait, what? You want to borrow money from me? Fuck you guys. And Antonio's like, no, I got this great business idea. There's these 3 ships. I'm going to get these things and move them to these other places and sell them. And then I come back here. It'll make this much. It'll make a pretty good amount of money. I'll be able to pay it back. It's really likely. It's a good deal. It's a good investment for you. And Shylock's like, you insult me all the time about charging interest on loan, and being a Jew and just all sorts of stuff. And now you come crawling to me for money. And now you're willing to accept my terms because you need my help. You know what, dudes? You know what? No. I will behave like a good Christian would. I am going to give you this loan. You've got 3 months to pay it back. You said it would only take 2 months for your ships to do their thing? All right. So you should have the money in 2 months, right? So I'll give you 3 months to pay it back. And I'm not going to charge you any interest. But if you don't pay it back, I get to cut a pound of your flesh off of your body. Because that is a great fucking metaphor for the way that you have tormented me. You want me to act more like a Christian? Christians torture Jews. I'm going to torture some Christians if they don't abide by their own rules. You got to pay me back. No interest. But I think you're not going to do it because I think you are a shitty fucking merchant, and I think that I am going to get to fucking cut you up. So those are my terms, take it or leave it. That's it. No negotiating. And Antonio's like, I don't know. And Bassanio's like, no, he's fucking bluffing or whatever. And dude, why would we even want a pound of Bassanio's of Antonio's flesh if he didn't get it? What would that benefit you, Shylock? And then Shylock has the best monologue in the play, which I will now read rather than paraphrasing because it is very good. He hath disgraced me and hindered me 500,000 times, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains. And let me see, I want to be... Laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, cooled my friends, heated my enemies. And what's his reason? I am a Jew. Hath not a Jew eyes? Hath not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions? Fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in that. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what is his revenge? What is his humility? Revenge. If a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his sufferance be by Christian example? Why? Revenge. The villainy you teach me I will execute, and it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction. That soliloquy is amazing. It is so good. That is a great piece of writing. That, oh man. I don't know how anybody could read that or hear that and not think that Shylock is a sympathetic character. So, that's the first part of The Merchant of Venice. I'll continue where we left off next time.